again. This is Pastor Nathan with another tutorial video for Church Community Builder. I'm going to talk today about the groups and events tabs in our dashboard. And I do want to reiterate that if you have not set up a working email that you check regularly, you will need to make sure that you do that. And I recommend that before you proceed to go back and watch the first video I made covering our login and the setup for your profile, because I talk extensively about the need to have a working email address that you have regular access to, and some of my thoughts on that, because everything that we do through Church Community Builder is tied to email notifications, email messages, and also many of the groups and notifications that go out are also tied to texting you on your mobile phone. And all of that is covered in that first video. So go back and watch that. Even though you may know how to log in, there's information in there concerning emails and accessing your information that you'll need to know. But again, as I had mentioned in the first video, you want to have the login page saved to your bookmarks for ease of accessibility. And once you log in to your dashboard and you begin to become familiar with the dashboard and your profile, you'll notice that everything in the navigation pane is relative to your account. So if you want to, once you've established your profile and your login credentials, you want to start joining groups that you're a part of so that you can communicate and get notifications and keep up with the calendar, the area to do that is going to be under the Groups tab. So we're going to click on the groups. And any groups that you've already joined are going to be here. Now, by default, the His Place family group is automatically going to be one that you're added to. Whenever you sign up with your login and your profile, create your profile, it automatically puts you into this. The systems test group, you can ignore. This is for admin stuff that I do for testing things within the system with this test account. But let's say that I want to join the men's group, Kings and Priests. What I'll need to do is do a search for the group. So I start to type in Kings and Priests, and there it is. It loads up. So I click on this, and it's going to take me to the main page to request to join. Now, when I go here, all I have to do to join is to hit request to join, and then it'll ask to confirm that you want to send a message asking to join. And you'll hit confirm. And then once you do that, it's going to send a message to the leadership or the admins of this group, and then they will be able to add you to the group. Now, so that you understand the way that a group actually looks, I'm going to take you to a group that we're actually a part of so that you can kind of see the dashboard and the accessibility that's in there. So this is the His Place family group, and as you can see, this landed on the calendar portion of this particular group page. But under messages, you'll see any messages that are sent out by anyone that is part of this group or part of the leadership of this group. So as you can see, Kristen recently put a no church tonight. So if you log into this, or you're getting email messages through the email account that you set up that is in conjunction with your profile, you would have had an email that said no church tonight. Now, with any group, you can correspond by hitting a new message, or you can even search messages that have historically been posted. This allows you to interact with people in the group leadership. One of the other reasons why I mentioned in the previous video that it's important that you put your cell phone number and your carrier in there is that also, if you do this, you'll be able to get text messages from leadership in groups. But if you don't put those two things in there, you won't be able to get them. So it's important that you put that information in there as well, because a lot of times they will send out a message here which will come to you as an email, but they'll also send out a text message from the group functions to those people who have that information in their profile. So again, if you want to access information in the group, you come to the Groups tab. The groups that you're in will be listed under My Groups, and you can access those just as I just did. And then there's all the various information. The info will show you the people that are part of that group. It'll give you details about what the group does, where it meets, the times that it meets, and so on and so forth, as the leadership has put the information in there. You can also look at a calendar. If there's any there's any events that they have upcoming, they can publish those to the calendar, and that again falls on the leadership of ministry and helps leaders to do those of those particular groups. Now, the second thing that I want to cover today in this is the serving portion, where people get information regarding their scheduling for serving either on a ministry team or part of helps. Generally, this is more used by helps, I think, than ministries, although ministries can certainly use this. So my serving, when you click on this, you'll see the monthly calendar here. You'll see that this relates to your account, mine being Testy Tester Center, my test account. But also up here, you'll see that it'll show, you can have it show pending, accepted, declined, and events that you check in for. We do check-in for like kids, and people can have a check-in system for those that want to keep a roster of who attended a particular event. Now you'll see that there's no assignments here right now, but if I were scheduled for any assignments, those assignments would appear right here. And I could come in here and click on those and accept them and so on and so forth. Now, this is another reason why it's important that you have an email address that you check regularly and you can have access to, because your serving notifications are going to be sent out by email. And you will need to respond to those with an acceptance or a decline, or you can also have someone else or check with someone else to cover your serving date if for some reason that you can't make it. And I recommend, if you are serving and you have something that comes up and you're going to have to change your schedule and you can't make it, please take the initiative to try to reach out to someone on your team and see if they can cover for you through either through coming here or through the email notification that you get, so that that's not another burden on the leadership to have to do that at last minute. If you know that you're going to have to miss a date of serving, just try to help out the leadership and reach out to someone on your team. There'll be an option for that on here to help you do that. That just helps them not have to go back and chase people down, or if you're going to be able to serve. The other thing is always accept either here or when you get the email. Make sure that you hit the accept, so the leadership is not left wondering if you're actually going to serve on the day that you're scheduled, because if you don't accept it, it won't give them a notification showing that you accepted it, and then they will have to try to figure out if you're going to actually in fact serve, or if they need to schedule someone else. So that's just considerate of other people that you serve with, and just a good practice to get into. But anyway, this is one of the other reasons why it's so important that you have a working email and also have your cell phone information, including your number and your carrier. But again, as you log in, you become familiar with this. My serving and groups are two of the most frequently used areas that you're probably going to use. And once you get used to logging in here and coming to these areas, you're going to have so much more accessibility to information that you need to serve and to minister and to do the things that you are going to do. Also, you can see that there are events here. I'm just kind of hitting this. This again you can have the My Calendar, which is relative to the groups and things that you're subscribed to, or you can go to Church-wide Calendar, which will give you any and all things that are relative to the church that are published here, so that you can kind of keep up with what's going on. If you have any questions about any of this, again, you can contact me, but the best thing to do is to go right here to this little question mark and click on that, and you can see that there is a whole list of things that you can choose from to help you grow in your knowledge of how to navigate and to do things within churchcommunitybuilder.com, which is what we want everyone to do. We want them to become competent and just feeling secure and being able to do things and navigate and perform functions within this. And all of those things, pretty much anything that I can answer for you is going to be found right here if you just do a little research, and then you'll have that knowledge going forward. So again, thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions that I can help you with that you just can't seem to get answered on your own, please feel free to reach out to me and I will be glad to help.